So it's been long enough. I'll get started now. So this would be a casual playthrough of Mega Man X. So I do plan to get everything for this one time, or for this first playthrough, just to show off everything. So I got all the armor parts, the heart containers, everything. Including the secret reward for 100%. Well, we'll take care of that when we get to it. Oh, I got it. You know, when you kill that giant walks, you don't want to get too close because you can get crushed by that. I know I'm probably the person who died to that thing. But yeah, don't get too close to it. And also, I'm using a hack that overrides the game, so it gets rid of all the slowdown, because this game is notorious for the amount of slowdown it gets. And this guy is vile. Tricky boss fight. What you want to do is bend out the punches. Ooh. Very difficult to dodge. Oops. Oh man, hold on. Oh, jeez. Nah, well, you're not supposed to win this fight. But, yeah. This fight is rigged. You want to use this crap metal. Did you think you could defeat me? Oh, I guess I'm not powerful to defeat him. Oh. X, you shouldn't expect to defeat him. He is designed to be a war machine. Remember, you have not reached full power yet. If you all the abilities you were designed with, you should become stronger. You may become as powerful as I am. I'll scout ahead and collect as much information on Sickness Fortress as I can. I'll meet up with you when you get there. See you later. X, I know you can do it. Yes, that text was a lot slower than I thought. I play this game a lot, so I usually don't bother reading those minutes I read now. But they're like any Mega Man game, you can pick any boss you want. But honestly, this game has 2 intro stages. You always want to do Shield Penguin first because it has a very important upgrade. Probably the most important one in the game. I guess I should probably talk about the story of this game. They say that this game takes place in the far in the future, even far past the original Mega Man. With Mega Man X here being a robot designed with free thought, but like his creator, Dr. Light, needed to do, I think it's like a very long update. I think it's like a 50-year update, so he works properly. And like thousands of years later, X was found by a man named Dr. Kane. I like this Dr. Light, by the way. So you come. X, I gave you the ability to choose your own path in life. And I hope the world will allow you to choose a peaceful one. Why'd you give me a gun? But now it seems that you are destined to fight. Because I thought the world might need a new champion. I have hidden capsules like this one. If you find and use them, you will be able to increase your powers. Beyond anything the world has ever known. Step into the capsule, or this capsule, and see the acceleration system to boost your speed. Good luck, X. Hey, yeah, that's X's creator. And this is the dash, which it gives you the ability to dash. You can play a lot faster. Let's play a little faster. It's like thousands of years later, though, to where I was. Thousands later, man named Dr. Kane found X, sealed away long after the update was finished, and was amazed by, once he had a robot that can do free thought. He decided to make his own little robot called Reploids, which also have their own free will. But they didn't get the 50-year update, so some malfunction and decided, they hate humans, so they tried to go quite dangerous. So any robot or Reploid that shows any signs of harming humans or life is labeled as Mavericks. That's Reploids who are affected by, the Maverick malfunction, hunt down any Mavericks hunting down humans. So this is Chill Penguin, easy fight. All he does is shoot ice and slides. And you know when he's gonna slide because he becomes invincible. Oh, he's not really sliding at all. There we go. But you know he's invincible because the bullets will bounce off. And like with all Mega Man games, we defeat the main bosses, you get a weapon. This is a shotgun ice. Basic shot, but when it hits the surface, it splits into multiple bullets. Very niche weapon though. Not much use for it. Storm Eagle, very beginner-friendly stage, but only if you have to dash, because this game, you can get the dash later. Like, I've done it before. You can easily play all the other stages without the dash, but it makes the game so much, not just easier, but also a lot more fun. because not only the dash makes you jump higher, if you dash and shoot, if you shoot during a dash, your shot actually does double damage, but just the basic shot, not the charge shot. And you can also do a dash jump off a wall, which in the first game, actually a bit more complicated to do because in the later games in the series, you could just slide on the wall and hold the dash button and get a dash jump. But in this game, you have to tap dash and jump at the same time to get a dash wall jump. Which it can lead to errors if you mess up, but you know, all it takes a little practice. And I know those tanks, you might think you need to use fire for it, but you know, any shot will do. You just gotta shoot them enough times. When you go down here with a dash jump, you get another upgrade. This guy will enhance it for your helmet, which will allow you to break some ceilings with a headbutt. And yeah, this helmet upgrade is probably at least important one. This upgrade is basically an upgrade that lets you get more upgrades, basically. It does have a niche use though, but the route that I usually take when I play this game, you probably won't bother. It can protect your head from falling debris, but you will likely never see that. Ow. Turns waiting for you. You could let her go through the main gate, but if you can slide down here, you get a health and a weapon refill. Storm Eagle, very simple boss. He's really only difficult if you don't have the dash, because he can blow you away, and there's not much you can do. And he has to be able to give birth. But without the dash, though, he can actually be very dangerous, because if he starts blowing you away and you can't dash, there's not much you can do about it if you're in the wrong position. They also do sky dive. Just dive at you. Oh! So yeah, just stay back and react. But as you can see, I'm dashing and shooting at the same time. I do 2 damage per shot when I do that. If I just do a regular shot, I only do 1 damage. So even you could use the main move on that. And we're gonna go to Flame Mammoth. Yeah. What the? Oh, my controller's not dying. And also, usually when I do play Mega Man games, I like to fight bosses without their weakness. Though he is weak to Storm Eagle's weapon, I prefer to always fight the bosses with the Mega Buster. Or the X Buster, I mean. Yeah, this is the purpose of the headbutt. You're going to want to do a dash jump and mash jump once you touch that wall so you don't fall off. This capsule contains a part which will increase the capabilities of your X-Buster. You use to fire all types of weapons. This is the arm part, probably the most important upgrade in this game, or by the second most important. This not only gives you an enhanced charge shot, like a 3rd level charge, you can also charge your special weapons as well now. As you probably noticed, for Flame Mimics, there's not much flames in this stage. Because this game, depending on what boss you beat, killing certain bosses before you go to a stage actually affects the stage. Because since I killed Chill Penguin first, before coming here, all the lava is frozen. Which makes this stage a lot easier. And we do a long jump over here. Alright, we can find ourselves a sub-tank. Which, I forgot to mention, I also found one Storm Eagle stage. These basically allow you to heal yourself by collecting health when you're already full. You basically, if you collect health refills, if your health's already full, you're basically putting into a bank you can use later. Which is very helpful. And you don't want to get crushed like Sonic. Getting crushed is instant kill. I think. Actually, I don't think I ever got crushed by those before. You want to bait this guy, fall down and shoot him. Oop. And here we have Flame Men. Another boss that's not too difficult. Basically, when he jumps and lands, he shakes the stage. And if you're on the ground when he shakes the stage, you fall on your butt and become vulnerable. He has the power to control conveyor belts. Ooh. The oil slows me down. And he can connect that oil. Let's say, keep your distance though, you should be just fine. And the flame wave you get from him is just a flamethrower. Very good though. Or, very high damage at a short meter power time. But you can't use it under the water. What am I gonna do? I usually don't do weakness order. Actually, we will go back to Chill Penguin with an upgrade. Because you actually need the flame wave to... That's like is to get a heart container that you're not able to get your first day around without Flame Man's weapon. But as you can see, the flame wave, very good. It pretty much kills any weak enemy in an instant. And so you have the ability to charge weapons, and when it's charged, it just does a giant flame wave on the way down. Actually, I do need to save some. You actually need it to find the heart tank. If you use the flamer on these head glue, there it is. And look, if this game's nice enough, you can leave any stage. I think I'll do Launch Octopus. He's probably the most, I think he's probably the most difficult between all the 8 main bosses. But he does something useful for one of the stages, which you beat him, similar to Chill Penguin. So as you can see, the Storm Tornado is amazing. The only drawback is you can only shoot one at a time. Ow. You actually want to use a Storm Tornado to get rid of the light on its head. Ah, dang it. All this thing will do is try to shoot at you and try to suck you in. Which isn't that bad for now. And those sucking fish don't do any damage, they just eat you, but just shoot it from the inside. This mini boss is a bit more dangerous. Because as you can see, there's spikes involved now. And like every Mega Man game, Mega Man has a big... He's allergic to spikes. He will die instantly for touching any spikes. The Starter Light had 1,000 years to make this new model of Mega Man. He can fix the spike weakness. I can't see though. You want to be careful so you don't fall in the spikes. And you want to take down this battleship, I guess? This unlocks a secret entrance below. And right here is a mini boss. But this thing gets destroyed by the Storm Tornado. So it shouldn't be that hard if you don't. No, honestly, that thing doesn't really do much. All it does is swim around. So if you don't have the Storm Tornado, not much of a threat. And you can shoot either its head or its tail. And we're gonna find another one here. Actually, let's see if we drop some health. Yeah. How many of the health I can get for this boss? Got a try shot waiting for him. And Launch Octopus, he has a lot of dangerous projectiles. Honestly, thing about them though, you can shoot all of them down, and also see a dash jump. And he has a whirlpool move, which isn't much of a threat with the dash, but if you don't have it, you have to make sure you're extra far away from him because there's not much you can do if you're too close. But just keep your distance. And focus on shooting him. And when he does his fish projectile, you just want to jump over them, do a dash jump. And you know he's going to do it when he waves his tentacle and he doesn't shoot any torpedoes. Yeah, that's Lock Octopus. I made him look pretty easy, but that fight can't get out of hand. And I think if you get caught in the Whirlpool move, he does suck up your HP, and I think he heals himself, but it's been years since I've been hit by that, so I actually don't remember. Yeah, the Homer Torpedo is what it is. It just homes. And I'm gonna do my Crow Anger now. And also with this route I'm taking, you only need to backtrack once for Chill Penguin's card container. And another backtracking if you care about a one reward, which I usually skip the 100% reward, but you know, I'll show it off just for this stream, but only once. But like similar to Supersonic, it makes the game a bit too easy. But I should be using my weapons. This is the Homer Torpedo. Yeah, sadly you can't choose your target with this, but you probably want to use, this is a good use for the shotgun ice though. You can shoot behind him with the burst. And basically you want to dodge these lasers, because if you do, those little turret things would try to shoot you. Well, with a properly timed jump, you can easily dodge them. Actually, I might show off the charge version of Storm Tornado. It turns into a vertical tornado. Very strong, but you don't really need to use that much. Elevator. I know I said Mega Man is weak to spikes, but luckily these spikes aren't lethal. Crushing still is though, so you still want to be careful. Oh, I fell. Don't shoot! Ow. You know, I'm just gonna kill you. I try to be nice, but no. But hold on, there's a heart container there. I think the intentional way they want you to do it is to use the weapon you get here, but you can make yourself a surfboard with a charge version of the shotgun ice and do a nice dash jump to get that heart container, so you don't have to come back to the stage later. The homing torpedo, very helpful for this part of the stage. Oh, I forgot about that guy. Yeah, though the issue with this weapon though, sometimes the missiles or the torpedoes like to take the scenic route to their target. Do a wide-ass turn. So yeah, it's not the most reliable weapon, but it gets the job most of the time. And Boomer Crow Anger could be a dangerous one. Which as you can see, he's like freaking the Nightcrawler, like to teleport. But just keep moving. I like to focus on doing dash wall jumps. Because you do not want him to catch you, because he does a lot of damage. He can try to grab you with his little pincers and slams you up to the ceiling. It actually does get damage. Boom. You can also try to teleport right on you, so yeah, definitely you want to be careful. Oh my goodness! One more dash shot should do it. Yeah, he's a very slippery one. There we go. So he's probably right up there with Launch Octopus if you don't have the dash, because yeah, he's very difficult to dodge. He really uses his main weapon, which is the boomerang cutter, which is what it sounds like. It's boomerang. But it also has the ability to collect items, which we'll use that later on to get some future upgrades. I'll do Sting Chameleon next. He has the last armor part that we need. And I like to do Boomerang before coming here because it makes the mini boss here, the actual mini boss here, a lot quicker. It's not difficult, but it's just very time consuming because he's a tanky one, I'll tell you that. So yeah, the mini boss is hidden up here. Equip your boomerang cutter. And you want to aim for the head. You want to bait him. He's going to try to grab you. And it can't hurt you on the way back, so you're going to want to jump past. Oh. Okay, if he grabs the wall, he can reel himself in, so be wary of that. As I said, just be patient, react, and you should be fine. Yes, they am. Using Boomerang Cutter on him makes it a lot faster. You might think the herd. Oh, wait, it might get this. This capsule contains a new type of body armor. It reduces damage to your systems by 50%. That's what it was. Let's say the Storm Tornado is great against regular enemies, but usually, unless the boss is weak to the Storm Tornado, it actually does a lot less damage than you think. Oh, that took a minute to reload. Let's see. If you go down here, there's a secret area, which this place doesn't normally have water in, but if you defeat Launch Octopus, there will be. And it makes getting that part container a lot easier. What the? Let me dash. Hello? Yeah. For some reason, the dash in this game can be pretty finicky on small platforms. Hey, watch it, bro. I play plenty of Pokemon. I know fire beats rock. I'm joking. But I was talking about the Storm Tornado. The Storm Tornado is great against regular enemies, but so many bosses in this game, when you hit them, like they have iframes, which basically means you have temporary invincibility after you get hit. And, the Tornado gets its damage by doing a bunch of multiple weak hits. So, some bosses, it just doesn't do that much damage because they're invincible for, the duration of their attack. The mech armor. staple in the X series. It's just like it can dash, jump, all that stuff. But it's good for temporary defense against these other Mavericks with their own machine. Hey, leave me alone. And he's just a fun mini game, I guess you could call that. Stinkingly is another tricky boss without his weakness, which is Boomerang Cutter. But you just gotta focus on your spacing. Give him. That's probably his most difficult move to dodge because the spikes are completely random. Yeah, you just gotta react. And you gotta try to shoot with your tongue. The best thing to do is the jump. If you see his silhouette pause in the center of the stage, that's when you know he's gonna try to hit you with his tongue. And he doesn't aim at you when you're in the air. Ooh. So yeah, does he have a ground attack though? Oh, I miss. Ow. And you can't do the tongue in it twice in a row, so yeah, be wary of that. On this. So his weapon is the Chameleon Sting, which is just a basic 3-direction projectile. But the charge version is very important. If you fully charge it, it turns you invisible for a temporary time, which makes some levels in the final area less. Excuse me, sorry. Let's see, a lot less difficult, I'll tell you that. The Spark Mandrill, the electric stage of the game. And since we beat Storm Eagle, as you can see, his plane crashed in here. And there's going to be some blackouts now, which if you don't beat Storm Eagle before coming here, this place will be a lot more lively. With a lot more projectiles running down the floor. That's what I like about this game is the order matters a lot more than just it's more than just having a weapon for the boss. You also gotta think of how these things affect the levels. Oh, I can't see. I like to have the flamethrower here for those flying guys. And I still got hit. Let's say usually just take your time, wait for that guy. And you want to start charging your Storm Tornado here because this boss is actually weak to it. Oh no! Yeah, with the place damage, that boss has a lot less attacks it can do because usually he shoots electricity. But as you can see earlier, this place is not doing so hot right now. Ow. Forgot about that guy. And up here, watch up here, there's a heart container. The game wants you to use the boomerang cutter, but if you don't have it, do the stage a bit earlier. You could do a bit of a precise dash wall jump, and you could just squeeze in through here. But normally you can just shoot. Well, I say it's actually pretty harder. It's actually harder to do it the official way. There you go. Good. The way this weapon works is, as you're ascending, it curls upward, but if you're descending and shoot, it curls downward. Which actually took me a minute to figure out. Because when I was a kid, I thought it was completely random. I am. But let's test out the charge killing thing I'll show you. It makes you invincible. So you can just rush through this last section. Yeah. Spark Mandrill is notorious for being the easiest boss in the game with his weakness. But without it, he's actually very powerful. With him, you want to focus on your charge shot because he does a lunging punch. But as you see, that stops him in his track, but you gotta make sure your shot is charged. Ow. And you want your distance. Yeah. And if you're on the wall, as he punches it, you will fall down. That was a pretty bad fight, but hopefully I got the general gist down. And this, you get the other electric spark, which is just actually a basic projectile, but like similar to him, when it hits a surface, it travels along that surface. And the charge version of that move, it shoots a projectile in both in front and behind you. Useful in some cases. And the last one, Armadillo. And his stage is actually pretty short. It's just a lot of riding mine carts. Oh, but and down here, you want to bait out this digging machine, because behind it is the last sub-tank. And this guy's very easy to deal with the flame fire wave. Because you want to kill him because you can get these health upgrades if you want. Great for collecting your sub-tanks. Help. Yeah, I can just skip it. X is actually a passive, he doesn't like to fight. Oh yeah, you can get by the spikes on the side of these things too, so yeah, be careful when trying to jump on them. Whoa. I jumped way too early. And this one, you want to kill this one fast, because if you don't, you will destroy this path to the last hard tank. you can kill him fast enough without the flame wave, but you need a good mashing finger for that. And if you care about getting 100%, you want to try to get this health refill up here for later. If you're interested in getting the special prize at the end. So Armor Armadillo. As you can see, he likes to block your shots. But that's actually his greatest weakness because his guard isn't perfect. So as long as you just keep shooting him, you don't want to do a charge shot because if you do a charge shot, as you can see, he'll do a counter attack. Just focus on shooting him, keeping his distance, and yeah, he doesn't have a good enough guard to block you all the way. And also, you want to stay to the corner as well to make his lunging attack easier to. Actually, yeah, that's a good name for it. Lunging attack, as you can see. He usually bounces off the surface a lot longer, but I used to think he was the hardest boss of the original 8, but yeah, as you can see, just shooting him is kind of his weakness. He kind of just lets you shoot him like occasionally, so yeah, just keep doing that, and he'll go down eventually. The last weapon we get is the rolling shield, which that just shoots a phaser projectile that travels along the ground and also bounces off the surfaces. And so much of the killing thing, you want to focus on charging it. Make the shield around you against weak attacks. Finally, we found Silkus Fortress. Let's go in and put it into his war against humans. Which I never talked about Sigma. He's the main antagonist in this game. Actually, he's the bald man right there. And basically, he's the most powerful Rep Lord. He was the leader of the Maverick Hunters. But sadly, he became Maverick himself because he realized, yeah, humans kind of suck. We're superior. And all these guys were former Maverick Hunters, but once again, they all rebelled and became Mavericks. Yeah, we can't go straight to Sigma because we have everything. But there's a secret reward for actually getting all the armor parts, heart containers, and sub-tanks. And it's back in this stage, actually. Armor Armadillo. Though you want to make sure to make this process go a lot faster. You're going to want as many lives as you can. And that process can be a lot easier. Because as you can see, there's this regular bat enemy here. This is the only one in the game. And what makes it special is that it has a high chance of dropping 1-ups. But I'm not... But I promise you, it drops a lot of lives. There we go, yeah, it has a high chance of dropping 1-ups. You actually want to max up your life count, which is right now. And you can't have more than 9, so I'm actually good there. But if you're ever short on lives, you want as many lives as possible, just go to this stage, drop up the minecart, and focus on that regular bad enemy. And, they'll give you all the lives you need. Which is probably basically like an endangered species, because that's actually a bad enemy from the original Mega Man. Ow. Ow! Actually, I'll show you how to beat this thing without it. You want to get as many dash shots as you can. Once again, they do double damage. And yeah, that's how you do it without the flame wave if you don't have it when you go to this stage. And like I told you before, if you care about getting the secret reward for getting 100%, you want to collect this health refill. And you need to collect this thing multiple times. I forgot the specific number, but you can exit the stage and do the whole stage over again. But if you want to go a bit faster, you just fall into this pit down here and just come back to it. Which, hey, that's the first death. But hey, it's for science, though. But you want to keep collecting that health upgrade, and basically a secret light capsule will appear to give you the secret upgrade. Which I usually skip this because the reward is a little too good. In my opinion, anyway. But if you are struggling with the final levels, though, I recommend you get it. Yeah, don't worry, this isn't a cry for help. I'm good. And there it is. I give you a special present. Now enter the capsule, please. And this is your reward for getting 100%. The Hadouken. And the way this thing works is you have to do the actual input from Street Fighter: quarter circle, then attack. Though you want to be careful, because as you see, you can accidentally shoot a pellet before the Hadouken pops off. Because this game, like Street Fighter, actually has negative edge. Basically, you can do the input by either pressing the button or releasing the attack button. So you want to focus on getting out your quarter circle input too, which is just down, down, forward, then forward, and then that. And what makes that move special is that it kills any boss in one hit. The only catch is, though, you have to be at full health to use it. I don't plan on using it, but for those interested, that's how you get it. So we got everything now, so let's go to Symphony's Fortress. Let's split up. I'll go in first, then you can slip in while I keep the main defense force busy. I wish the text was a little faster. Okay, let's get our tornado ready. We get a lot of these turtle enemies. And let's show off the rolling shield, which fully charge it. You get a barrier that lasts as long as you have. You don't run into anything strong enough to take one hit from it. And this area is actually pretty tricky because the dash does not work on moving platforms for some reason. So yeah, you gotta be careful because this is all bottomless pit too, so yeah, just be careful. And let's use our Chameleon Sting. Ow, I forgot. I forgot you can shoot straight. And you can just dash past all these enemies. If you're fast enough. Oh, I wasn't fast enough. Stay back, X. I'll take him on. Alright. That was fast. X, do what I tell you or he's history. Those two, those X, go ahead and blast him. Dream on, Zero. X knows he can't defeat me. My armored carrier is more than a match for his ancient weapons. I just got them. Okay, now we're stronger though. We have all the upgrades, the armor. So he's still too tall. A double jump would be nice. Oh my goodness. There we go. Where is it? Ow. If you want to focus on baiting the punches. Yeah, he's just too tall. And like the first time, the fight's still rigged. But hold on. Maybe. But I'm not through yet. But you can never defeat that mech armor. Unless you blow yourself up. But I don't want to do that. What a worthless gesture. I can't be defeated so easily. So X, it's just you and me now. What the? Where did that energy come from? It really doesn't matter how much energy you absorb, X. You are still far too weak. Prepare to be terminated. And now we can properly fight him. He's weak to the rolling shield. And when he jumps, you want to try to jump, dash below his little ankle bombs. Oh. Yeah, he's pretty easy. He's nothing without his mech armor. X, I've taken too much damage. Auto repair systems can't handle it. Maybe my power is fading fast. Your power is greater than I thought. Maybe you can destroy Sigma. Maybe. Well, at least he's realistic. Actually, okay, this part of the stage is insane. Get your Chameleon Sting ready. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of bouncy stuff, but yeah, let's just dash. Oh, no, too slow. Uh-oh. Well, let's kill this guy. Thank goodness for the body armor. Actually, is the rolling shield power enough for these guys? Alright. Yeah, like every Mega Man game, there are rematches with all the bosses. So now I'll show you the weakness of each boss and how to use them. And he's weak to the homing torpedo, and as you can see, it actually ignores his teleport, his iframes can teleport. So it makes him a lot easier to handle. But he can still teleport on top of you though, so yeah, keep moving. But yeah, the torpedoes easily deal with his teleportation. Now it's time for the real boss for this stage. I don't know what it's called, I just call it the spider. Which, ooh, I suck at this boss though, I ain't gonna lie, look at that. I had no reason to dash there. So basically, you'll travel down a route, and you just gotta avoid him. But I suck at reacting to this, so I always get hit a lot in this fight. And then it gives birth. Good. And as the fight goes on, it gets faster. But you just gotta try your best to read his pathway as fast as possible. Oh, too slow. Ugh. See what I mean? Whack. There we go. Alright, I might have to use the sub-tank here. Yeah. I usually don't use them, but I want to save time for the stream's sake. Oh, too slow. Ugh. Yeah, I definitely need to practice that one. But I usually don't like to use things like energy tanks, but for the sake of saving time, I usually just take the death. But I always struggle with that boss though. There we go, man. I skipped like past that 80 times. Get a rolling shield ready. Yeah, I think this is Chill Penguin. As if I'll guess, he's ice, he's weak to fire. Ow. And yeah, the flame wheel makes it easier. And when you stop doing damage, you know he's going to do the slide. Oh, yeah, oh, I never see him do it twice in a row. 3 times in a row. There we go. Uh-oh. Huh. What am I doing? Just use the weapon. Because you definitely don't want to let him have that. But yeah, these things are tough. It's a good job for the homing torpedo. Ow. And this is going to be Storm Eagle. So you want to use weak to the Chameleon Sting. But honestly, he's probably the easiest because most of the time he doesn't do damage. So just react. There's a generous sound cue, so use the sound cue to dodge, or know when to dodge. Yeah, I don't do that. I should have remembered. Are we at the boss? Yeah, we are. I wasn't sure. Sorry, it's been a minute since I played this game. So yeah, this, you're just fighting a face. Its weak points are its two eyes and its nose. Oh, why'd I do that? I gotta start paying attention. Yeah, you gotta be careful when you kill the two eyes first, because now the walls stay closed forever, and make sure you don't fall into the spikes. But luckily, they disintegrate when you kill everything. That was a crusty fight, but hey, definitely better than the spider. Alright, Sigma 3. This is basically the boss rush stage, because we're gonna fight the rest of the bosses here. So I honestly prefer this boss rush to the standard series. And he's weak to the electric spark, which basically what that does, it actually shocks off his armor, so you can just hit him, he can't block anymore. You can even hit him when he's rolling around. Which he is not doing. He usually rolls around a lot more, which makes him a bigger threat. That's easily his most threatening move. Oh, what the? Let's get fine now. I gotta refill the subject that I use. Sting Chameleon. If you know how to use the weakness against him, he's pretty much a joke. Basically, after each time he gets hit by the boomerang, he's gonna jump to the opposite side, and if you get the rhythm down, you can just keep doing this. So you ever struggle with a regular fight, just try getting the boomerang before you fight him. Ow. Where's it? I gotta re-memorize the weapon positions. You want to make sure your boomerang cutter is nice and full for the final boss in this area. This is the Spark Mandrill. And similar to Sting Chameleon, if you have good rhythm, you can kind of lock him down. Yeah, just... So you do have to time his shots for your turrets because he does have iframes, so you don't want to just mash the button. No, that won't work. These things are actually pretty bulky. No, leave me alone. And Launch Octopus. I actually think he's a bit more difficult with his weakness, but I'll show me using it anyways. But you want to focus on jumping over his projectile. Though in the remake, it's a lot easier because if you do the full charge, because in this version of the game, you fully charge, get the barrier, you can't shoot anything when you have the barrier up. But in the remake on the PSP, you can still shoot and even switch weapons when you have the shield up. And spikes here, you want to use your charge Chameleon Sting. And I say you're completely invincible, even spikes won't kill you. And Flame Mammoth. He's weak to the Storm Tornado, but if you use the Boomerang Cutter, actually kind of like an Easter egg, you can actually cut his trunk off. Oh, that's what we use. And when he cut off his trunk, he can't do the tar attack anymore. And all he can do is shoot fire. Which honestly makes it a bit more threatening, so you probably don't want to cut off the trunk because the tar that he shoots doesn't even do damage, so you would choose that, but that's just a fun little Easter egg in the game. Yeah, that was all the rematches. And now it's time for the main boss of the stage. This thing. Oh yeah, if this thing bangs on this wall, you will fall off. Yeah, my lack of Silver Boomerang is showing. Oh. There we go. That was a bit clumsy, but I'll do better next time. I do plan on playing this game a few more times. I just gotta practice. And now it's time for the final level. And this will be the hardest boss in the game. because it's mainly going to be difficult because you have to do 53 bosses in a single life. Or if you have sub-tanks, you should be good. Get your shotgun ice ready before you come in here. And we reach Sigma. Welcome! I see you managed to get here by yourself. Very impressive. I could destroy you, but I want to rob my pet of this pleasure, or that pleasure, whatever. He knows how to deal with betrayers. Should you live, I'll be waiting for you. Do disappoint me, X. Sigma's dot, he'll always do a lunge first. So yeah, just stand still. For his electric attack, you want to stand close. Oop. And between the cutscene, you want to get your electric spark ready. Excellent job, X. I see why Geo counted on you. You're almost as good as a hunter I was. As I was. But the time of your destruction has arrived. You shall ever have defied me. Sigma is dangerous, but he's very easy to manipulate. Because he always chases you down by wall jumping, so you want to pick a corner, wall jump, wait for him to come to you, and shoot him on his way down. Because if you don't do this, it's actually pretty difficult. And you know, since it's 3 bosses versus 1 life, I say this is fair. But because he does have a bunch of moves he can do. He can deflect your shots. He can shoot beams from his forehead. But yeah, but if you manipulate him, and that is the most difficult part of the fight. He's only weak to the rolling shield or a fully charged charge shot. And what you want to do is stick to the center and basically wait for his claws to reach out to him. And for the fire, you just walk out of it. Oh, you don't want to do that. And what you want to do is wait for him to try to swipe at you, hop on the claws, and then that's your chance to fire at him. Dash under the electric shot. Do a better job of reacting than I am. And you know he's going to shoot either fire or electricity when his eyes blink. And when his claws open and lightning doesn't come out, that's why you know he's going to swipe at you. And he's being pretty generous right now. So you want to dash under when he shoots at the center. That's it. That's it. Focus on being patient. No need to rush. There's no time limit. Stay calm. Oh, that could be dangerous too. Like both hands can open at the same time, so you don't know which one's gonna swipe at you. One more hit should do. And then bada boom, that's Mega Man X. No, it's not possible. I'm a Reploid. I can't be destroyed by you. Why, X? Why have you done this to us? Without the humans, Marvel Brothers could have ushered in a new age. I managed to do it in about an hour and a half. I gotta have to do faster next time. The war has ended for now, and peace has been restored. No, this is gonna swirl slow. I'll wait. But those who sacrifice themselves for victory will never return. Exhausted, X gazes at the destruction he helped cause and wonders why he chose to fight. Was there another way? Standing on the cliff, the answers seem to escape him. He only knows that he'll fight the Mavericks again before he finds out. Or his answer is, I try to guess. How long will he keep fighting on, or keep on fighting? How long will his pain last? Maybe only the X-Bone on his hand knows for sure. Yeah, X is actually a passive. He actually hates fighting. He's kind of like Gohan. He's basically potential the character. Oh, yeah, that's it. This is why my favorite Mega Man game, because I like how simple it is. I probably plan to do a few more playthroughs before I switch to something else. Because next time I stream this game, I plan on, because I normally actually skip the heart containers, so I usually play the game through just lowest as possible. I like to do that because it pushes me to actually learn the boss pattern instead of taking a bunch of damage. And I definitely need to practice that spider boss, so hopefully I figure that out later on. Yeah. And after that, I might do a playthrough where I do Chill Penguin Lash and get the dash last, or delay getting the dash as long as possible. But maybe I won't do things. When I eventually get the dash anyway, it'll eventually just be the same game. So, but I don't like playing without the dash. Yeah, right. So I'll probably do one more playthrough next time, like I said, with no health upgrades and that. And whenever I go back to this game, I either plan on maybe practice, like streaming myself practicing, trying to beat the game without getting hit. But I'm either thinking of either doing, because usually when I practice stuff like that, I basically use save states in between stages. So that's why I have to bother retyping the pass every time I get hit, because basically I just play everything goes in one hit. So if I get hit, I'll just restart the stage, and then I'll keep practicing that until I eventually do it. I'm not as good at games as I used to be, so I'll probably take a long time. But it could be an interesting watch. Just stream my practice. And now for the people that actually matter. And I kind of did this game deathless if I didn't bother getting, you know, the Hadoken. Like I said, you don't have to kill yourself to do that, but it's just faster if you just kill yourself in Armor Armadillo, get the health capsule at the end, into something there, hidden light capsule. But it's just faster to just kill yourself instead of like exiting the stage and do the whole stage over again. Like you have that one basic that enemy that responds or easily spawns a lot of life. Right? Has a high chance of spawning a life. Oh yeah. But hey, if you enjoy watching the stream and all that, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Actually, I think there's a scene in the end. I usually don't watch the credits, I usually just turn off the game after. I think there actually is a scene. Yeah. You have won a temporary victory, X. What you destroyed was only a temporary body. My spirit remains intact. In time, I'll find other bodies strong enough to do my bidding and I would return. I shall see you soon, X. Very soon. And thus we get 7 more games after this. For real this time, now I'll end the stream now. Y'all have a good night.